All right, we're hanging out with Dave and Tim Hause back here at the TickPick booth, powered by Music Mayhem Magazine. Guys, thanks for stopping by. We were just having a chat before, just about really Riot Fest and the spirit of Riot Fest, because you can't really nail it down to one genre. I've seen Wu-Tang take the stage. I've seen Slayer rock out. We were talking back when Elvis Costello and Alkaline Trio both were on the bill.
Yeah.
And just how you wouldn't think of them on the same bill, but it does make sense. Let's just kick off and talk about the spirit of punk, because I think that is what all binds us here. What is that spirit to you, Dave?
I think it's being fierce in your approach to whatever it is you're doing and not necessarily being worried about what the paradigm should be. And that's as far as I take the punk thing. I don't really subscribe to genre. Like, I've never been that interested in the genre shackles, you know?
Right.
To me, it's like if The Clash is one of the first punk bands, like they did all kinds of music.
I think we can all agree that, you know, a thing that's very punk is using your music, using your platform to speak out against maybe injustice you see in the world, and just and the fight of everyday life. And I think that's really at the center of the new album, Kick, Dave.
Well,
talk to me about that.
That's another thing that does tie into the punk ethos for me. I mean, there's a lot of it that it's like religion for me. There's stuff I take from it that's good, and I leave a lot of it behind. But the things that contribute towards the human spirit, you know, humanity in general, that's what I'm after. And I think that's what I've gotten from rock and roll. That's what I've gotten from punk rock. It's been an increasingly less human world, at least politically and socially. Working people, disenfranchised people are getting squeezed, and I feel like with progress, that should be happening less. This is what I've been doing my whole life. Looking around and going like, really? We can do better than this. And I think that's why I was always drawn to those early bands that I loved, you know, in the punk rock scene, and through my whole life of writing and being a fan of music, guys like Bruce Springsteen, and just people that understand that we could do better.
Do you two as musicians feel a responsibility to use your music in times of struggle and in times of change?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a huge part of it. I think especially when things are as extreme as they are, so far outside of the lines of like what is human and what is dignified, I think you definitely have to use any type of thing in your arsenal to combat that and tamp it down. I mean, hatred and all that kind of stuff and prejudice and all this, we don't, you know, music is not about that for me, so using it to fight against that, that's definitely part of the goal.